Salt. I mean, it's one of the most common words on the entire planet, right? But what if I told you that this simple, universal word was hiding a secret about a pretty radical idea to change how the whole world communicates?
So, what can one simple word really teach us about language? Well, let's find out. Our journey starts in a place you might not expect, a single dictionary entry. But trust me, this isn't just any dictionary.
We're not digging through some dusty old book on a shelf here. Our source for this is designed from the ground up to be incredibly, intentionally simple.
We're looking at the Simple English Wiktionary. Now, its entire mission is to explain words using, well, even simpler words. And by breaking down its definition for salt, we're going to uncover the secret mission behind this whole project.
Okay, so right off the bat, we see this global focus. The dictionary shows us how to say it in the US with that kind of ah sound, and in the UK with a more rounded O sound. It's a small detail, sure, but it's our very first hint that this is about way more than just one country's language.
Next up, the dictionary splits salt into its two main jobs. It's a thing, a noun, and it's an action, a verb. Let's see how they keep things simple for both.
As a noun, the definition is just perfectly simple. A strong-tasting white powder. That's it. Anyone, anywhere on Earth, can pretty much picture that. They even toss in the chemical formula, NaCl, for a little extra, clear-cut detail.
And the verb definition, this is where you can really see the mission in action. When you salt something, you add salt to it. You see that? It's so simple it's almost circular. It uses the main word to explain the action, assuming you know absolutely nothing, and that is completely intentional.
So far, so simple, right? But if you scroll to the very bottom of the page, past all the definitions and the examples, you find a little clue. A tiny detail that changes everything and reveals the real purpose behind all this simplicity.
At the bottom of the page, you'll see these categories. And they look pretty standard, nouns, verbs, food, but one of them is the key to this entire thing. Can you spot which one it is?
And there it is, right there, hiding in plain sight. Basic English 850. What in the world is that? This is our big clue.
That number, 850, it is not random. Not at all. It's the key to a radical idea about how we all communicate.
This number refers to something called Basic English. It was a simplified version of the language created way back in the 1930s. The whole goal was to create a tool for international communication using a core vocabulary of just 850 words. And SALT, well, it's one of those essential 850.
But why would you do that? Why strip a language down to its bare bones? Well, the page itself gives us one final clue.
On the sidebar of the Wiktionary page, it links salt to its equivalent word in over 90 other languages. It just shows you the universal need for clear, simple communication. Basic English was designed to be that bridge between cultures. And you know what? The Simple English Wiktionary is carrying that spirit forward today.
So, what started as just a look at one of the simplest words we know has unpacked this massive idea that sometimes, to communicate more effectively with more people, you don't need more words, you actually need fewer.
And so that kind of leaves us with a big question. In a world that is just filled with jargon and noise and complicated ideas, what are we failing to share? I mean, what could we all achieve if we focused on the simple power of saying more with less?